Well, welcome to Social Club back up north, where it belongs, where we have the proper guests. We've got Adam McCullough, we've got Jimmy Lees from Borough Fan TV, and of course, we've got Ped from Toffee TV, who is in a magnificent mood today because Everton are the greatest footballing side that this league has ever seen.
Yeah.
It's changed teams. Has anyone mentioned that? It's changed teams.
What team is that?
It's LAFC.
LAFC.
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
It is.
Okay. I don't believe you, but go on.
What does it say? It says LAFC.
Gilman's next job.
I told you he was in a bad mood. Okay, so we're here to talk about, first of all, the top four and who we think is going to finish in the top four this season.
I'm not asked.
And then we're going to talk, because we're going to talk about the relegation battle after that, and then you will be asked.
Not asked about that either.
You definitely are, but we'll talk about that later. Okay,
Can we talk about like Stranger Things or?
I'd love to talk about Stranger Things, but you're probably about 6 episodes ahead of me. I've watched 2 of the new series.
I've only watched the 1.
4.5.
I haven't started yet.
Oh,
I haven't finished Narcos yet.
I mean, if you're watching this...
You haven't watched season 1?
No, I've watched season 1 and 2. Just on the third season.
Everyone's talking about that.
Because Stranger Things never lets you down.
It doesn't
I
let
sat
you
up
down.
then like, come on.
Let's
get going.
I grow there.
This is what I came for.
Okay, so we're here,
I bet
obviously...
your
to talk
11
about-
could managers and do a better job than...
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, Adam, Manchester United, looking good at the moment in the Premier League. The top 6, actually, before the Newcastle game tonight, is probably the 6 teams that you'd expect to finish in the top 6. You know, Liverpool are in 6th place,
What way are they in? So
Arsenal
we've got City,
5th,
United,
Chelsea 4th, Tottenham 3rd, United 2nd, and City 1st. I wanted to know who you thought would finish in the top 4 and in what order after over a quarter of the season gone.
At the start of the season, I don't think it's changed from the start of the season. I said City, United, Spurs and Chelsea. And I'm kind of feeling the same. But that's with a big question mark next to Chelsea at the moment. Because I feel if any of my original predictions fall out, it'll be them. If they end up sacking Conte or something like that, which is very, very possible. And that's so crazy to think that the managers that won the league started the season and he could get sacked. But it is Chelsea, and it's happened a few. Ranieri it happened to, and it happened to Mourinho. So there's a little bit of a trend going there, and Conte could go. And that's not because I think Liverpool are crap, or as much as I'd love to think that, but I don't think they're crap. But I don't think their squad and their defence can handle Champions League and Premier League, unless they have a great January transfer window. You never know. And who's the other one? Yeah, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. Yeah. They got Europa League football. We know what that does to you. Ped knows what that does to you. Look at him. And
broken.
When did you start your Europa League campaign?
March.
Have you reached the 2-legged...
We haven't even got into the group stage yet.
No. There's a sack race when it all finishes, isn't it? When
3 group stages.
3 group stages, a 3-legged race,
Egg and
a
spoon,
sack race, egg and spoon, then the final. And
well,
then...
you won the sack race.
We've done the sack race. Won the sack race.
But it's difficult though, isn't it, Jimmy? I mean, who do you think, as a, you know, you're a Championship fan, Borough fan, TV, you're obviously a Middlesbrough fan. You watch a lot of Premier League, and who do you think's going to win the league and finish in the top 4?
Beginning of the season, I'd have probably picked United to win the league. I thought the way they went about their business in the summer transfer window was absolutely superb. They have flat deceive at times. I would like to see maybe another centre forward coming at Manchester United. I know they've got Zlatan soon to come. I think that's where they're lacking. I think City will win the league. I think stat-wise, performance-wise, they've been by far the best team so far this season. I think United will finish 2nd. 3rd and 4th, I think it's a tie between Tottenham and Chelsea for that one, to be honest. I think Liverpool will struggle because I don't think they've bought well, and said in regards to like the squad depth and things like that. With the Champions League, I don't think your team is better than it was last season. So that's why I think they'll struggle. I think Champions League games may well overtake their whole season. But it worked for United last year in regards to they didn't focus too much on the league performances, went to qualify for the Champions League via Europa League. It's worked. That might be Liverpool's path into the Champions League next year, but I don't think they're good enough to finish top 4.
No.
And Arsenal, figure out they're going to be nowhere near it.
Is that something you agree with? Do you think Arsenal aren't going to be anywhere near?
It's difficult to say, isn't it? They're the most hot and cold team in the Premier League, and they have been for the last 10 years. So it's they just want to. They're not going to win it, and I think if they do, they might get top 4. but they're so hot and cold. When they go on good runs, they're fantastic and they're great to watch. But when it all goes wrong, it all just goes wrong, doesn't it? So
they have their cycle, though, don't they, Arsenal, where they start the season with that positive hope and it's going to be good, and then they might have a little defeat here and it all gets a bit negative.
That was Liverpool.
And then they get a string of few results together. By Christmas, January, they're out of the title race. The pressure's off. They start to do okay in the cups, do okay in the league because there's no pressure on them to do well. And then they end up finishing fourth or something. But I think, much like last season, they're going to end up finishing outside there. I think Wenger's done well to not play his first team, his first 11 week in, week out in the Europa League, because for me as well, the Europa League is just, I don't know what it is, because there's no real difference between Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday.
We've done it a lot, like it's
but
a hard
like,
competition.
It's just, even like, all I do is go to the games, go home, and I get tired. I can't handle it. Friday I'm messed up, Saturday I'm still messed up, then you got a game on Sunday.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just messes your whole body up, and I think Wenger's done well to not play his whole first team in that, but I still don't think they've got enough. Ozil's heart ain't in it. Sanchez is... Well, Ozil started performing recently because he wants to
They haven't
move.
played the three of them together enough, haven't they? They haven't played Lacazette, Sanchez and
because he
Ozil
knows
together.
they're going. Why do it? It's
Yeah,
just cock teasing their whole support.
Yeah.
You get to see Sanchez, Ozil and Lacazette do well, and then what? Two of them leave.
It's mad. Listen, obviously everyone knows I'm a Liverpool fan. I do think Liverpool can break into that top four again. I think we did it last season. The problem for us right now is exactly what you guys have said. It's the defence, and it's whether we can challenge on two fronts. Thankfully, probably for us now, we're out of the League Cup.
Yeah.
Because that would have been a drain on our resources as well, which is mad because you're not even playing your first teamers and stuff all the time. But we need to get a run of games. I think it's still wide open. I personally think it's still too early to say. I think Manchester City are probably going to win the league right now. They look the best side. I mean, they're just scoring for fun. The defence has been brilliant.
We did all say this last season at this point, though.
yeah,
absolutely.
I think with City though, what's interesting is that they've conceded another 2 on Saturday, haven't they? When they played Stoke at 3-2, it still was a little bit dicey. And I think almost Mourinho's waiting just to see. And that's why Mourinho's keeping it really tight. He just wants to grind games out and let's see what happens with City. Because City could just start, they could lose the odd 2 because they're a little bit too cavalier. There are signs.
There'll be a part of the season where everyone's talking about undefeated and are they the best team ever? I saw someone say, are they the best team ever in the Premier League? Are you taking the piss?
That's wild.
It's 10 games in. They haven't won anything yet. They didn't win any trophies last season. If they win no trophies this season, it's a failure. Like, how can you judge?
Is that the same for you?
Yes. If we don't win any trophies in any season, it's a failure. But for us, I think this season, as long as we're there or there, like first or second, and close to winning the title. If the title's over in March and we finish second, it's a failure. But as long as we go close, I can take that. But to almost say City are the champions now, and everyone did this last season, I think that's stupid. And I still think there's holes in that City defence. Yes, they've kept a lot of clean sheets, but I think it's a bit false at the moment.
City went and started losing like really, really shitty games last season, about this time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just as the Champions League started taking shape, they got a couple of injuries and then they started losing crap games and players started losing form. But I just can't see it happening this year.
I think
really can't.
what Mourinho will be thinking is, as long as we're within touching distance and we're keeping clean sheets, it'll come at the other end. And I think that's all he'll be open for. And he's the master, I've said this loads of times, he's the master of breaking the season up into little chunks and getting through them.
Yeah, 6-game periods almost.
Exactly, and that's what he's the master of. With Pep Guardiola, when it's great, again, when City are great, they're great, but if it only takes one little thing at City, it seems, the wheels come off, and you just wonder, well...
I mean, look at United, everyone was saying, we're going to win the league, and then we drew at Liverpool.
Yeah.
And now everything's gone wrong at United.
And
It shows how quick it can change.
For me, I think Tottenham are the best 11 in the league.
Really?
I love watching Tottenham play football. I think they're absolutely
Is that because they beat you 4-1?
No, nothing to do with it. That was embarrassing, don't get me wrong. They didn't even have to play that well to beat us 4-1. But then Manchester City didn't have to play that well to beat us by however many goals. I think
it was 5.
It was 5.
Yeah,
I was
I think
there for often, mate. I was literally on the road next to the Manchester City fans. And then, I'll tell you this story. So someone recognised me. So I'm there, the Manchester City fans are there, and there's just a guy who spotted me, and he's pointing, and he's shouting something I said at a Chelsea game ages and ages ago. And he's just screaming it in my face. And that was after the second goal. And then in the third goal, he came back with his mates. He brought all of his mates. There was about 10 of them pointing at me, screaming, shouting those words at my face. And I just wanted the world to swallow me up. And I was like,
maybe he thought you were
this is the
someone else.
worst. And then, I couldn't believe that. And that was a horrible, horrible day. That was a horrible day. Thanks for bringing that one up anyway. I think it was me. Thanks for bringing the Tottenham one up, Pez, anyway. But go back to it. I think Tottenham are a great side, and I think they're massively underrated, and I can't believe that.
I think they're overrated, to be honest.
Overrated?
Massively overrated.
Squad depth, definitely.
I think they've got a fantastic 11. I think they've got some fantastic individuals. And I think
They've got the best
Pochettino,
defence.
Yeah. Vertonghen, Alderweireld, that new lad that bought Davinson Sanchez, even Aurier, I think is quality as well. Danny Rose, and I think if Pochettino buys Luke Shaw, he'll turn a trick with him as well, because Luke Shaw just needs confidence put in him, and he ain't got that at the moment.
Less
But
burgers.
having said that, Tottenham,
Definitely less burgers.
Tottenham talking about, no, they're not. What's Pochettino done? And in 1 year, when they've got their stadium or whatever, and they haven't won any trophies, Kane will go, Ali will go, and they'll fall apart. I think everyone talking about Tottenham is a bit premature. They haven't done anything.
I think
They finished second like the last 2 years.
Yeah, what?
they
They
say,
finished second
what
to
has he
Leicester.
done,
I think it's different.
But everyone else finished behind Leicester as well, hadn't
But look at the state of everyone else that year.
I think it's different for you though. I think
We had Moyes that year.
as a Man United
they?
fan,
Yeah, and you finished behind Leicester.
Exactly. We had Moyes.
So?
Like Tottenham didn't finish above. In their best year, they finished second.
That's like us, Adam. We do that every time, mate. Why are you bringing these memories back up? We have to seize 2009, our best season in the Premier League. We finished frigging second, 13-14.
Well, I don't think you should be getting plaudits for.
No, but I think what fans do is fans see themselves as Tottenham. It's hard to see, for us, it'd be hard to see ourselves as Man United. But for fans of other teams, it's easier to see yourselves as Tottenham because they haven't spent lots of money to do it, and they haven't necessarily bought world-class players. So you almost project yourself as Tottenham. So you want them to do well because you feel
means your team can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't hate. Or
No.
dislike Tottenham.
Well, you do. So shut up.
I don't.
I've seen it. I've seen the
today's
video.
argument.
I hate Tottenham. I've seen that video.
I got it on share.
But a big 8. It's easy to project yourself into Tottenham's place, so I think everyone wants to see them do. You are right what you're saying, but I think everyone wants them to do well because there's nothing attached to it. It's all been done by graft and the fact that they've got a billionaire owner. But so it's. You know, there's that as well. So we can't all be Man United or Man City.
It's a football romantic, isn't it? Like, as a Middlesbrough fan, you think, one day we might actually get back in the Premier League consistently and beat a Tottenham. We were fighting with Tottenham for European spaces not too long ago, like 10 seasons ago. That could have been us. So that's what you look at as a Tottenham fan. It's a football romantic. Like United pumping what? How much you spent this year?
Don't count.
We know.
You don't count how much you're spending when you're as rich.
How much you spent last year and finished fifth?
I was like that in the summer as well. Give all the money to Swansea.
Here's a question for you, Jimmy. Off the football stuff, but on the Premier League. You were flying high last season. The North East was loving it. Newcastle down. Middlesbrough, Sunderland there.
Sunderland went down. Yes.
Laughing at Newcastle fans.
Yeah.
And then now they're the only team in the Premier League.
Yeah, weird that, innit? What else can I say on it? It just came back and bit us on the arse, hasn't it? I think we all look a little bit stupid, to be honest. It was in the Premier League. I'd say, yeah. There's only 1 year otherwise, like 92, 93, first year of the Premier League, with the only North East team in the Premier League then. Otherwise, Newcastle United have been the big team. And for once, we got promoted, they went down, we were the big club in the North East, and we made an absolute mockery of our Premier League appearance, didn't we? It was absolutely pathetic. We were probably the most boring team to watch in Premier League history.
I remember
last year.
thinking you were going to do well.
Oh, no, we all did, mate. We all did. But yeah, I think January transfer window came. We signed Adlin Guardiola, and no one even knows where he is anymore.
I don't know who he is.
Exactly. We played for
Don't
Watford.
know who he is, never mind where he is.
He played for Watford. He done all right in the Championship for Watford. He was our main sign the January transfer window. It was.
What
shoddy.
went wrong?
What went wrong?
Apart from everything, but
Well, it was just a few things.
We
to
couldn't
be
score
honest.
goals, could you?
No, we
that
couldn't
was a
score
major
goals, so
issue.
what happens?
Not very good at the football was another one.
Yeah, but like, playing football, I think, is important in a football match, and we didn't quite do that.
analysis for you there.
There
guys.
we go. So we had a really, really good defensive team. We didn't concede many goals, and we were very hard to beat. The only team in the first half of the season that came and dicked us was Liverpool. And they came to the other side, absolutely players off the park. We were nowhere near them. We needed creativity in the middle of the park. So we had 3 defensive midfielders. We had 1 centre forward in Alvaro Negredo, who was the most isolated man ever. And we had nobody who could get the ball to him. We got the January transfer window. We sell players that could have done something. And we didn't replace him with anybody. And we just plummeted from them.
Is there any lessons here that Ped can learn and Everton can learn from Middlesbrough? Because you're describing their season so
Basically.
far.
Well, you're conceding a lot of goals. I think Aitor Crank is looking for a job at the moment. He might do all right for you.
He's a good manager.
He's a great manager.
He's not.
Who's
Hey,
going
yeah,
down
yeah,
this
he's-
year, Ped?
I'll tell you,
I
he's
don't
not
know,
Unsworth.
but I do feel like we are. Genuinely.
Who with?
I don't know, mate.
It's absolutely done.
I don't know.
This is the
Never
best
seen a man
Ped.
so dejected.
I don't
You're
know.
going down with Moisey in the dugout. That's what we're with.
Is he going to? He's going to come back to Everton.
Boys, you could have 2 relegations in a row.
No, he's not. No, they're not going to give it to Moyes.
Go on.
Unswear till the end of the year.
No, I don't think. I
No,
don't think they
no,
give it. I think whoever comes in will be appointed over the international break. I imagine. But I haven't got. Honestly, I haven't got.
It's a shame you can't go after Marco Silva. That would be the
Who
one.
says
that-
they
He'd have been
wouldn't?
perfect.
Because he's just gone to Watford, and Watford are a bigger club, innit?
That wouldn't stop our owner. That wouldn't.
You only
stop
do
our
1
owner,
year
mate.
He wants the
contract on
Chelsea job,
Watford.
doesn't he? That's where his end game is.
Who, Marco?
Yeah, I think so, isn't it?
Possibly.
It's like he doesn't want secure jobs. We go from Hull to Watford, then to Chelsea. What's the point?
Looks like he don't want a job.
Okay, well, there you go. That's who we thought was going to finish in the top 4. That's who we think is going to get relegated. And Ped thinks Everton are going to get relegated, which is
Really?
mad.
Really?
Do you think so?
I think
Honestly,
on at this moment, I do. Yeah, honestly.
Come on.
Give us a like on this
Take
video.
yourself
Just
out.
to cheer
worst
Ped
teams in
up,
Liverpool.
please.
There's an Everton, surely.
Name them.
Oh, good point. I haven't seen him yet this season, but
Exactly.
there will be, yeah.
Hold on.
We're gonna do another video on this.
Oh, all right,
Don't
all right,
ruin it.
all right. We'll save it.
We'll get to talk
Don't
about this
shoot
in
it all
every
now.
video this week. I promise you. Anyway, if you want to cheer Ped up, he wants likes on this video. So
I don't
you're
give
gonna
a
have
fuck. It's not my channel. It's not my channel.
to go over to Toffee TV, like his videos, subscribe to him. Look, the guy needs subscribers, needs friends to get him through this tough
Everyone
time.
changed the channel name
I've got
now.
loads of friends.
LA Fan TV.
I'm going to watch Everton in Europe to get away from Everton. That's how good my week's going to be.
Brilliant. So, Ped, Jimmy from Borough Fan TV, go over there, check out that channel. It's absolutely knocking it out the ballpark up in the northeast. And obviously, Adam McCauley, you know where to check him out. It's Full-Time Devils. What's your YouTube channel?
YouTube.com/Adam McCullough.
Nice and easy
Nice
for you.
and
Get over
easy.
there, check that out. And it's youtube.com/Borough Fan TV.
That's it, mate, yeah.
And you know where to find Ped on the social club every 2 weeks, giving it
Fucking
live.
Ain't
Out.
Borough Fan TV sponsoring the club now? I didn't
How
know.
did they get that? Snuck that in there, didn't you?
Yeah, stuck that in, mate, while you weren't looking.
Brilliant. And then
Oh,
if
but-
you want Liverpool stuff?
Gibson's open to
Sorry,
any
there's
deals.
not enough,
don't
I've just noticed there's not enough poppies on that. Sorry. It needs at least 25% of the surface area needs to be covered in poppies.
So, did you see what Liverpool did for the minute silence? Did anyone hear about this?
No.
We thought it started, and when the whistle blew to start it, everyone cheered, thinking it was the end. Jesus. We absolutely messed it up. Everyone went, come on!
Was that everybody or just you?
Everybody in the cop. Everybody in the cop. And they edited it out on the Liverpool website.
What they edited out live.
I don't know what live it was.
Well, I suppose they pump
Well, they always do
well, they
fiddle with
pump
the, with the
they pump
mics
the
by
music in,
the
don't they?
cop,
So
don't
they can pump it out.
Well, there you go. Thanks for joining us on Social Club, and we'll see you on the next video where Ped is hosting.
Live from my canal.